So last night, guys, the Knicks were down 21 points at home to the Stephless Warriors, and they ended up coming back to win. And after the game, Cat kind of was under controversy because he was laughing at the Warriors bench. And people make good points. There's no reason the Knicks should be down 21 at home to the Warriors, even if they had Steph at, sure, whatever they are, 13-1 against us with Steph when he plays at MSG. I don't really care. I mean, the Knicks need to get off to better starts in these basketball games, and thankfully they won it because seeding's so crucial right now. I mean, guys, we're in the middle of March, like playoffs are right around the corner, and it's plays like this that just have Knicks fans like me pissed off. Santos gets his shot blocked in the corner after an amazing defensive possession, but there's 24 seconds on the shot clock for a reason. You got to stick with the play. The Knicks just give up, and then of course Cat goes flying, and then Santos gets a layup off a block three. Like, it's inexcusable. And then on this possession, Shamit misses a three, but OG is going to stick with it and get to the free throw line. The next 4 points the Knicks would score would all be at the free throw line. And this is something they've done a lot lately, is just attack the paint. They know their shots aren't really falling, and that's just mouse in the house. Clarkson honestly hit some big shots, but he's not going up against a 7-footer that far down. I mean, not very many are. And here's Brunson turning the corner, getting to the free throw line. He would make both. So now the Knicks have a 4-point lead, but they couldn't buy a stop. Like, this is another foul by Shamit, leaving his feet. Santos hits both. Knicks up 2. Shamit pull up 3. Boom. I thought, honestly, they'd run away with it the last 3 minutes, but they didn't because, unsurprisingly, you see OG fights through the screen, but Cat is not known for his drop coverage ability. He's not, like, the quickest, most agile on his feet. And because of that, this pass just goes right over him to Peyton, who lays it up with that strong hand. And now it's a 3-point game. The Knicks would miss a couple of shots. I think that was the possession where it hit off Cat's hand. They got it back, and then it was a miss anyway. But Santos 1-on-1 against Shamit, man. I mean, he just gets absolutely cooked. Like, you can't really blame Shamit because it's a mismatch. But that's what happens when you've got Clarkson or Shamit out there. If they get on a Santos or a big wing, I mean, this is what's going to happen every single time. And Cat can't exactly come to help because he's going to be leaving open a wide-open three-point shooter. Like, even OG is actually helping, and Cat is kind of creeping, but again, like, Pod's wide open in the corner, 2 guys wide open, so, like, you got to be able to defend, man. You want to play late in the game for the Knicks, you've got to be able to hold your own, and Mikal Bridges is not out there, and normally Mikal honestly probably gets a stop there, but not the Mikal that we've seen this season. This is really some of the worst basketball of his career. I mean, he's not even playing at the end of games to this point, nor should he be. And this pissed me off, man. I mean, Josh Hart is 6'4". Sometimes it feels like he's taller because of how he plays, but he is 6'4". And if Hart was 6'8", I mean, this is a dunk and one, but he's not. And then he tries to take like a hop step in and creates even more trouble for himself, and then gets a shot blocked, and just a disaster. See, the thing with Hart offensively is, where do you play him? Do you put him on the block? He's not a Ben Thompson, right? He doesn't have a 40-plus inch vertical and is 6'7". You can't really put him in the corner. I mean, teams are going to dare Hart to shoot that. So it's like Hart honestly holds the offense back. Like, if Hart wasn't on the Knicks, they'd be a way worse team. I'm not saying that, but just offensively speaking, I mean, teams are able to construct a game plan against the Knicks, and that's why you see them in a lot of close games they shouldn't be, is because teams are prepared. And honestly, if I'm being real, the Warriors, the way they space the floor and just get into sets quickly is just light years ahead of the Knicks. Like Mike Brown, I mean, I like Mike Brown, but I thought this would be a lot better. We've seen stretches of it, but just consistently we haven't even remotely seen close to it. And the Knicks also just miss a lot of open shots. But this was a good defensive possession. See the difference between the previous couple and then now? It's like you're forcing him baseline. There's help coming, and he's under the basket to this point. There's nothing he can do. Perfect defense. And then Brunson comes down, and he's going to hit this over Peyton. Makes it a 3-point game. And then from here on, it's basically just don't give up a three. Brunson with his first 30-point game since February 19th. Today's what, the 15th of March? I don't know the date today, to be honest with you guys, but had scored under 30 in 12 straight games. I mean, that's really not as bad as you think. I mean, if anything, that's kind of a positive because it means they don't need him to be like a superhero. But also Brunson struggled, like, I'm not going to lie. But Pods hits that strong hand, top of the backboard, gets it to go. And then this was the possession that honestly terrified me as a Knicks fan. I watched this game live. I just didn't make a video after it because of the World Baseball Classic. But Pods is going to basically do like a step back hop three, and then he misses it, and then Hart secures the rebound. And then thankfully the Knicks did make their free throws, and then last possession the Warriors turned it over. But the fact that it came down to this, first of all, you're down 21 at home. And then if this goes in, the Knicks probably lose this game, if I'm being completely honest. That's a good look for Pods, who had it going all night. Man, I mean, what the hell is going on, guys? Yeah, a win is a win. But if we're being honest, this is just not the type of game. Like the last one was against the Pacers, and they nearly lost that one. So I will say though, as frustrating as it is as a Knicks fan to see this kind of happen, at least the team has the ability to come back. And we've seen them do that the last week. I mean, they did lose to the Clippers and the Lakers, don't get me wrong here. But it seems like the Knicks are never truly out of a game. And a lot of those losses, if not like all of them, were just the Knicks not hitting open shots, which usually they do. I mean, the Knicks are a very efficient team. But there's going to be cold stretches, but defense is the thing, because even if you're missing shots, if you have an elite defense, you can win games with it. And we just haven't seen that consistently enough from the Knicks. We've seen them either be the worst defense, like to start the season, the Knicks were giving up like a historic amount of threes, or the best defense, which was around the cup, and even like lately when the Knicks beat the Spurs, like that defense was just incredible, right? It was extraordinary. Jalen Brunson, the key is him not having to have too much on his hands, because the last few playoffs, like Brunson's been asked to score 30 to 35, and that's not sustainable really for anyone, especially a 6'2" guard. You know, Cat is really the most important player in my opinion on the Knicks, in the sense that he's going to have to be great every single night. Like if Cat has a bad game, I don't think the Knicks are going to be able to beat Boston or San Antonio or whoever it ends up may being, Detroit. Like Cat is going to have to show up every single night on both sides of the floor. In terms of the standings, see, the Knicks are currently just a game out of the 2 seed, which is insane to think about. The Knicks do play the Celtics in April, I want to say, so that's going to be not a must-win game, but it might end up having to be a game that they need to get that 2 seed, because you don't want to play Detroit until the conference finals. And also, if you have the 2 seed, you have home court throughout the first 2 rounds, which would be huge. But I mean, if the Knicks are the 3 seed, then they would, of course, they'd get home court in the first round, which would be, I mean, that'd be awesome, man. I mean, the Knicks at home are currently 24-9, and on the road, it's gotten better. At one point, they were under 500, but now they're 19-16. So that's very good for the Knicks. I don't actually know who they play next, and let's go ahead and find that out. So the Knicks, please don't tell me it's a back-to-back, bro. Okay, yes. Tuesday against Indiana at home, MSG, and then Friday at Brooklyn, which is basically going to be a home game to that point. Man, MSG is crazy, bro. Like the tickets against the Pacers are more money than they are against the Nets, which like I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's just wow. I mean, I've been wanting to go to a Knicks game, but they're just so expensive, man. The Warriors, they get 25 from Bazemski, 22 from Post, 20 from Santos, 19 for Payton. Like it's gonna be difficult to win games when you're giving up that, and it's also extremely high level efficiency. But the Knicks, I mean, they made 22 of 23 free throws, and that was pretty much the difference, because the Warriors were 13 of 15, so they got way, way less made free throws, which is an advantage for the Knicks, who did not shoot the ball well, at least from the three-point line. But the Knicks, I mean, they turned over 15 times. The Warriors turned it over 18 times. So not pretty much sloppy basketball down the stretch. I mean, the Knicks just they escaped. I mean, the third quarter was the thing for the Knicks, because New York, I mean, they did win the second quarter, but the first quarter was like about as bad as it gets. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the one in Utah, but it was bad, man, losing by 14. But thankfully, the Knicks win the second. They win the third by 12, and then they split the fourth, and that's how they had that 3-point win. So yeah, I kind of leave it at that, man. I mean, the next couple of games are against teams that like the Knicks really should be beating convincingly, but to this point, you just never know. Like Indiana seems to be the Indiana of the finals with a healthy Halliburton whenever they play the Knicks, and then Brooklyn, I mean, that's probably going to be a blowout. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, you guys, but hey, the Knicks just need to be consistent. I don't care who they play. Like I need to see 48 minutes of consistent high level basketball, because we haven't seen that from the Knicks really since the Spurs game, if I'm being quite frank.